Hey, g'day guys, it's Adam from VideoShowMeHow. And in this video, we're gonna run through how to remove upper ball joints. Let's get started. Now, if you need a guide on how to remove the lower ball joint, just check out the channel, the links in the description, etc. There's videos and how-to guides on how to remove the lower section as well, how to reinstall both the upper and the lower ball joint, how to use one of these guys, a ball joint press, all that good stuff. Now, depending on what you're working on, you may find that you have to remove the lower before you can get to the upper, or maybe it's the other way around. It really just depends on what you're working on, but then also the type of ball joint press that you're using, because some of these have different types of attachments than others. Some are bigger than others, so it really just depends. So you just got to make it work for you. Now, in this video though, we're going to be pretending that the lower ball joint is still there, so that we won't sort of cheat and use the gap here. We'll pretend that's still there like it's on the car, and we'll be focusing in on how to remove the upper using the ball joint press. Now, you are going to need a ball joint press to be able to do this job. If you don't have one of these guys, you've got a couple of options. Obviously, you can go and purchase one if you think you may be going to use this job a couple of times, or you're keen to have the tool. Check out the links for a couple of options there. You can also go to your local auto shop. A lot of the shops will hire these out or even lend them out. So a couple of different options, but you will need one of these to be able to get these guys out. So first step is to get this guy ready to rip him out. So if it has a grease nipple or anything on the top there, you want to remove that. The other thing is getting underneath here, and there'll be a boot that is underneath. Hopefully there's still a boot there. This one's obviously a brand new ball joint, so yours may look a little bit worse for wear. So you want to remove the dust boot just like that and put him to the side so that you've got nice easy access to underneath to this flat surface, because what we're going to be doing is pushing this ball joint up and out from the bottom up. Now, to give you an idea of what we're working with here, here's a brand new upper ball joint. I've just pulled the boot away and you can see that underneath here there's a nice flat surface, and that's effectively what is under here. So what we want to do is get the right fitting in here to be able to sit over the ball joint shaft, to sit on that flat surface there like that, so that when we get our clamp underneath, it's sitting like that, and we're pushing against this flat hard surface and we're pushing that up. And then on the top section we have a piece that sits around the top on the housing itself, not on the lip, on the outside of the lip. And that will run just around there, which there's conveniently a nice little lip there sitting over the top to sort of catch and provide that clamping force to be able to push this guy up and out. So first up, grab your clamp, and then we want to flip this guy around so that it's ready to wind in. So once your clamp's good to go, this is the way that it's going to sit for removing an upper ball joint. Having it that way keeps it out of the way for our, in this case, imaginary lower ball joint. And so you can sort of see what we're doing. We need something to sit around the ball joint to be able to have clamping force at the top. And then underneath, on that hard flat surface that we're looking at just before, we need to be able to push up against that. So to get the bits we need, we're going to need something to sit underneath, something to sit over the top as well, which a cup like that, you can see that it's not touching the ball joint itself, and looking down in there gives us plenty of wiggle room to sit in underneath just like that. So that's going to provide a pushing down surface there. The only problem is we've got a big hole, so we need to get one of these guys, and you want to use the one that doesn't have the big hole like this one, because we need that for the bottom. So grab that guy, and that's just going to sit straight on top like that. So that's our top sorted. Now, to do the bottom, once again, we need to press against this hard face. So you need to get one of the sizes that's going to sit over the top of the shaft, but still be able to press against that hard section. Grab the one that's going to suit your application there. And then in this particular kit, we need to get something that's going to sit on top of that, but then also provide our clamp something to grab onto. You also want to get the one with the larger hole. That's because the shaft of the ball joint has to sit through it just like that. So once we've identified the bits we need, these two guys, the clamp and our top section, we can get it ready for removal. And it should look a little bit like that. So you can see that we've got our clamp installed here. We've got this that's going to be pushing down on the nice hard section and then not going to be able to go anywhere. So then of course this is going to want to push up and push the ball joint out that's contacting underneath. So finally, you just want to make sure that everything is all nice and aligned, all nice and square. It'll just make removing it just that much easier. So grab the socket that's going to fit this, in this case a 21mm, get that guy on there, and then it depends on what tools you've got at hand. So if you've got a rattle gun, happy days, totally recommend using one of those. If not, ratchet strap or a big breaker bar is the way forwards. Grab what you've got and then start cranking down. And there we are, all removed, nice and easy. Now if you need some guides on how to reinstall your nice new ball joints back into your freshly ball joint removed housing, you can check out the guides on the channel up here. I've got some links in the description as well on how to install both an upper and a lower ball joint. Like I said, some more information on how to use these guys as well. That's it for this one, guys. I hope you found it helpful and it helped with the particular project that you're working on. If you did find it helpful, then consider leaving a bit of a thumbs up, a bit of a like in the section below. If you didn't, then that's okay as well. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're interested in this kind of content. I'm trying to upload as many helpful guides as I can. Give the video a share on your socials to anyone that may be trying to tackle a similar project. And more than anything, as always guys, I hope that you have an amazing day and I will catch you in the next video. Cheers guys.